Morning. December the 10th, 2021. I am the soul pool, you are the soul pool, we are the soul pool, together as a collective. Astrology is giving me the words, what you see is what you get. So, whilst it's not always good to judge a book by its cover, right now, whatever you're seeing is the truth. There is no deeper side to a situation or a person. They are really like that. So don't expect too much. Sometimes it's hard to believe people's words, actions. But, today, apparently, believe it. Because that's what they're really like. They're showing the true colours. So, let's see what we've got. Oh, today's about the Wheel of Fate. Wheel of Fortune. Whether it's turning in our favour or not. So let's see. Right smack in the middle of the day. So stubbornness, holding on to the old way of doing things, the outcome of a situation, people, finances, trying to control a situation. You can't control this. 4 years is mentioned. Feeling stuck, 6 weeks, stormy water, so there may be some friction. It's time to end something. Transformation, the 13th may be important. Scorpio energy. It's coming out of your safety zone. They've been saying that for a long while, haven't they? Someone here is drowning their sorrows, self-medicating, or over-emotional. A gentleman. Probably a Pisces because he's got a fish round his neck. But it could be any sign that you're emotionally involved with. But it leans more to the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody turning their back on love and emotions. And yet, we have the major arcanas that are saying something's happening that we don't see. Yet they said what we see is what we get. There is a transformation and a decision. Gemini energy, hands, arms, shoulder, healing and communications. Siblings. So you're making the right choice about something. Maybe it is to transform. And when you do, there'll be change for the better. But you have to make that choice first. because you're in a nightmare situation and you're going to have to defend yourself. So the inevitable is the change is coming, but that's a neutral card. The one thing we know is it's about a choice, communications, and or siblings. And coming out of somewhere that you've been stuck by doing this. So, why are we stuck? What is the decision? Spirit, please. Could be about finances. It could be about a drinking problem. You've got Scorpio and Gemini, the main signs. I'll see where they are in the planets. Yeah. Severing ties. Getting the professional help you need, doctor, priest or lawyer, female, or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius female who is detached. Possibly a widow or a divorcee. Could be a nurse sometimes, and she's usually dark. Then we have a need for action. It could be that you know a fire sign man who's stuck, who needs to take action. An older energy. He goes for what he wants. He's not frightened to take action. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So what brings about this transformation is a massive argument. Cross swords, cross knives always mean an argument. We've got 3 there and 2 crossed. The 3 of swords is the heartache, sorrow, loss and separation. The 2 swords is a decision. So this is somebody that wants to win at all costs. That's why we've got the porcupine. They are very prickly. They don't care how they do it, and they don't care who they make miserable to do it. They're quite willing to cut their own nose off to spite the face. All they want is to win. 5 weeks. This gentleman or this situation, this emotional situation where drink is involved, maybe the drink loosens the lips and the truth comes out. Because somebody's been keeping things very close to the chest. They've been trying to escape into the drink. It hasn't worked. And there's the 2 swords that I said about the decision. And the lovers, as we know, is the choice. 6 and the 24. So 6, 24, 10 and 13. Well, not the 10. 6, 24 and 13. Massively important in a positive way. Gemini and Scorpio. Because this is a nightmare. They've said it twice. It is a nightmare that needs to end. A change needs to take place. And you've got to come out of that mental prison that you've made for yourself. The overthinking, the sleepless nights, the not seeing things because you keep putting these mental obstacles in your own way. Or someone may be trying to confuse you. So defend yourself and your right to be happy. This is playfulness. This is children. Your inner child coming out to play. You're entitled to some happiness. There may be a house move, a celebration, a new, a wedding even. But there's something here that external that is built on firm foundations. It's the 11:11 doorway. So it's your choice really. And you need to take action, either to sever ties or make a move forward. Yeah, the enemies will be overcome. No two ways about it. If you make this decision. But you're on the dark night of the soul. You know there's no going back, but you're refusing to go forwards and you're staying in your safety zone. That's not going to cut it as far as spirit's concerned. They will move you if you don't move. Your wishes and dreams will come true once you take this energy, end it, and begin something new. You have to shine your light bright. Go out into society. When you face the chaos and open that Pandora's box, there will be hope, healing, and freedom. Because somebody wants to escape. Again, we've got the same card. Seven of Swords in reversed. Somebody who lips are loosened will speak the truth. Something they've been keeping to themselves is coming out. Yeah, there's no effort being put into this choice yet. Somebody is constantly living to work instead of working to live. It's all about work and finances. So there's been no time spent on making this decision because this fear, this nightmare situation will never change. It won't until you take the steps to change it. Those born on the 22nd, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. And a bond is broken. It is a nightmare. You're overthinking it, and it will come to a separation, I believe. Either with work partners or romance, somebody close to, it could even be kids. And there'll be no happiness because you're dwelling on the past, crying over spilt milk, instead of standing up for yourself. So somebody's sitting on the fence, and the challenge is to make that decision. You've been sitting on the fence far too long, trying to do everything by yourself, keeping things to yourself. It's not healthy, it's not good. And it is about love. Well, there's a surprise, because there was hardly any cups there at all. So, it is the number 4. It's the Empress. It's the Mother energy. It's your abundance. It's your happiness. It's your social gaiety. So love is what Spirit wants you to think about, and love is what should guide you, but you've got your back to it. This gentleman's got his back to it. The name John is important. The Venus card says to let love take care of it for now. Venus is the morning star and the brightest of the planets. It is the planet of beauty and balance and is named after the goddess of love and romance, which is what the planet rules. In Scandinavian lands, the equivalent of the Roman goddess Venus was Freya. And it has to be said anybody born on the 3rd or the 30th may be important. Among the Greeks, she was Aphrodite, and venereal disease was named after Venus. After all, she charms and seduces. She was once associated with Lucifer, who was not a demon, but the angel of light, who fell to the earth plane from the heavens. In reality, the part of the astrological chart Venus rules is where we want the good life, where we desire ease and comfort, sweets and kisses, where we want to see beautiful, be beautiful, and smell beautiful. So remember, what you see is what you get. If it doesn't see beautiful, if it doesn't be beautiful, and it doesn't smell beautiful, it isn't beautiful. Venus co-rules the sign of Libra and Taurus, so they may be important, but we've got no mention of them here. But the energies function differently. In Libra, Venus works best in the fields of beauty, social balance, and romantic love. While in Taurus, Venus is very partner orientated. We have got the freedom-based Aquarius. We've got the passionate Scorpio and the logical Gemini. Venus is very partner orientated. There is a great need to unite with another, but we aren't doing that because we know there's a bond that's broken. There is a great need to unite with another when the Venus card represents itself. This card brings on codependency and a fear of going it alone. Yes, that is what I see. Somebody doesn't either want or know how to stand on their own 2 feet. So there's fear. Fears of going it alone. Both Libra and Taurus are signs best supported in some of partnerships, but it does not necessarily have to be a romantic one or a marriage, which is what I said, it could be any bond. Venus is the lesser Neptune, so love, romance and art are her domains, yet she doesn't get lost in them or lose her practical side, which is why we've got the detachment card there. In fact, Venus is the planet of fashion, luxuries, balance, symmetry, artistic ability, sugary foods, and she prefers to overlook the ugliness of the world. Well, that won't serve you well because you're in denial about the ugliness. Buying objects that are beautiful, unnecessary or excessive will come into play. So be careful with your spending coming up to Christmas. Don't waste funds on items just because you want them. You may feel compelled to buy something beyond your budget because you think it's beautiful while you really don't need it. On the other hand, you may be attracting these very things on your own. Venus also rules money, especially money shared in partnerships or marriage, but this can be business enterprises as well. Money worries should find a solution. Well, I don't think so with this read because we're still concentrating on the work. So if it does find a solution, it's because you've put a lot of effort in. But somebody is spending art, hair salons, restaurants, music, movies, concerts, dance recitals, craft shows, cosmetics, fashion may figure in. You may be dealing with artists or people who work in the arts, and you may discover a more creative and artistic side to yourself. So, Spirit is saying you could make your gifts rather than buy your gifts because they have more meaning. Venus is the most humane and fair of planets. So if some of you are making gifts for Christmas now, know that Spirit are watching you do it. And the love that goes into it. So if you're worried about giving these gifts, don't. Venus is the most humane and fair of planets. So you may be, don't worry, not don't give them. Asked to feel or compelled to settle a dispute, yes. Courts, law and judgment may figure in. But more than this, the card indicates either a new love coming into your life, don't see that until you've made this choice, or the improvement of a new start of an older love. But there is hopes and wishes and dreams come true the 17 if you make the choice to face things. You can be assured you are found very attractive at this time and may be the subject of some advances. So shine your light, don't be shy. If so, romance becomes playful, even childlike. It is time for full heart blessing. If a relationship begins, it will be more of a sense of contentment and happiness to it. And unless the Saturn card comes in the spread, if so, then this love will be cold and restrictive. And this is what I'm seeing here. She's detached, he's wallowing in his own unhappiness. Venus is the planet of charmers, so you may want to pour on the charm in a situation. There's a tendency to become more socially engaging, which is what that is, at this time. People will generally be sweeter, more helpful and amenable. It's a good time to smooth ruffled feathers and make peace with others. Use diplomacy because it will serve you best. This is about matters of the heart, feelings of comfort and need to be coddled or comforted. The feelings of not wanting to be rushed, a need to relax. That's not going to happen. Checks in the mail, sweets, money, being paid or rewarded for some handmade crafted. And that could be that you haven't been paid yet and you're waiting for the money. But they're talking about handcrafted gifts, a gift of money, jewellery, luxury, a new look, new clothes, fashion, feeling suddenly more attractive to others, romantic gestures, sexual propositions, a new chance at love, caving into romantic pressure, that's not good, that's emotional blackmail, feeling loved, being admired and looked over, friendship, popularity, publishing poems or short stories. Love potions, they don't work, you can't force people to love you, I don't care what anybody says. Dealing with cosmetics, perfumes, oils, improvements made in the home. So the love potions makes me think that somebody is delusional or trying to make someone love them by buying gifts. That's not going to work. Comfort, love, beauty, eating, scenting, relating and expensive purchases. Don't waste your money. We forgot a rare card, so we're going to do these. So somebody's trying to buy love or use emotional blackmail to gain something. And that's got to stop and it's got to change because this is a nightmare. Yeah, you need to confide in your friends, male or female, makes no difference, because there's problems within the home and family life. Money will come from an unexpected quarter. You will be able to pay whatever it is, but there's disloyalty here and infidelity. There's born 1970 plus or minus 12 February to February may be involved. There is hope, don't give up hope, because those major arcanas are beautiful. There's no new beginnings because of fear though. You're stuck in a nightmare situation and you've got to make the choices. An older female will have a positive influence on this situation. And a female enemy will be overcome. But there may be a married female that becomes a single parent. So don't be seduced by nice gifts, because what you see is what you get. I think there is no deeper side to someone. This is it. Let's see. What's the word when somebody's got no depth to them? Somebody's very shallow, and really, if you scratch the surface, you won't find anything underneath. There's no substance to that person. They're all about the show. Yeah, all about the self. Number one. The High Lady of Love and Compassion. So as a challenger, she gently reminds you to snap out of your self-centeredness. What did I say? Somebody here is thinking only of the self. The ego has set a sneaky trap for you, and you may have forgotten that to create an abundant life, you must be conscious of how your choices impact other people. So again, we're back to what is the choice that you've made and why is it needed? You must be conscious of how your choices impact those around you. Are you trying to manipulate others to get what you want without consideration for them? Is it possible that your good intentions are about helping too much? Yes, probably. Enabling another person to remain the same and prevent his or her growth. Sometimes it's better to let others hit rock bottom with their own suffering, like this gentleman here, rather than trying to make it easier for them. Sometimes you need to be cruel to be kind. Be conscious that you aren't alone in this world. Begin to behave as if spirit is in all life, in every person, and every person matters. That includes you, remember? Remember that living wild is a sacred community, and you are a magical and important part of it, but you're not the only one who counts. High Lady of Love and Compassion is waiting to guide you and to be your friend. Think first of others and she will orchestrate the ultimate success. But don't put others' happiness before yours. If you still got to think of, there's no point in staying, like I said, in this uncomfortable, miserable situation if you're not happy, because you will still be detached from them and it's causing negative energy to them. So what I'm saying is, don't deliberately go out to manipulate and use people, but at the same time, don't let them do that to you either. I keep going back to the words they gave me for the song. What you see is what you get. It sounds like somebody's very shallow. There is no, much as we'd like to think there is no deeper side to that person or that situation. It just is what it is. Never going to change. Nor should they, to be fair, because, you know, if you've got to change somebody and they're not your person or your situation, if you've got to change everything about the way you do things to suit your job, that's not your job. Number 66. You are being called to get grounded to ensure that your luminous field is clear and that your inner well is full, because if it isn't, you can't give to others. If you're not grounded, it's all too easy to get swept up in other people's energy and mistake it for your own, and your boundaries will become blurred. So somebody may be saying, oh, let's go Christmas shopping, and they spend a fortune and so do you, and you know you haven't got it, but you got swept up in the other person's energy. Your boundaries are becoming blurred, and you are absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what's your energy and what's theirs, what's their stuff and what's yours. If you pulled this card, you are very likely an empath or a highly sensitive person, and you need some time alone to fill up your well, balance your energy and get grounded. There are two types of people who draw their those who draw their energy from others, the energy vampires, and those who draw their energy from within. And you need to reflect on which one you are. Because if you're in a group full of energy vampires and you're an empath, then you're the battery and you will soon go flat. Reflect on which one you are and carve out time each day to ensure that your well is being replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all superpowers, it needs nurturing in order to be fulfilled. It's easy to get swept up in the high frequency energy that is swirling around the planet right now. The quickest and most effective way of clearing all of this from your field is to ground yourself by connecting to Mother Earth. There are many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing by connecting to Mother Earth. Spend time in nature, put your hands on a tree, because your palms are the extensions of your heart chakra, or walk barefoot on the earth. Do something to get grounded and connect with the earth today. Mother Earth is asking you to get grounded. Come down to earth and stop overspending. Thanks for listening.